Hello everyone, Dr. Alan Mandell here. Welcome back to my channel, Science of Healing. Today we're going to talk about something many men quietly struggle with as they age, erectile dysfunction. And more importantly, we're going to talk about how simple foods mixed with your daily coffee may naturally support blood flow, hormone balance, and sexual health, even into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Most men believe erections are controlled by testosterone, by desire, by age, by masculinity. But the truth is far more shocking. An erection is not a symbol of manhood. It is a medical event, a biological signal, a vascular reaction, and in many cases, it is the earliest warning sign that your blood vessels are failing. Inside your body, every erection begins in the blood vessels. Tiny arteries inside the penis must widen, relax, and flood the tissue with blood. This process is controlled by nitric oxide, a gas released by the lining of your blood vessels, known as the endothelium. When the endothelium is healthy, blood flows freely. When it is damaged, blood flow slows, pressure drops, and erections weaken or disappear. Scientists now call erectile dysfunction the canary in the coal mine of cardiovascular disease. Studies from major cardiology journals show that men with erectile dysfunction often develop heart attacks or strokes within 5 to 10 years. The arteries in the penis are smaller than the arteries in the heart, so they clog first. That means your body may warn you through sexual function long before it warns you through chest pain. This is why so many men in their 40s, 50s, and even 30s experience erectile problems while thinking they are otherwise healthy. The problem is not desire, it is not aging, it is silent vascular damage happening inside their body. The key molecule that controls this process is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide tells blood vessels to relax, expand, and deliver oxygen. Without it, erections cannot occur, no matter how strong the desire or how high the testosterone. This is why medications like sildenafil work. They increase nitric oxide signaling. But what most men do not realize is that lifestyle, food, and inflammation directly control how much nitric oxide your body can produce. When you eat processed foods, high sugar and inflammatory oils, your blood vessels become stiff and damaged. When you are sedentary, stressed, sleep-deprived, or overweight, nitric oxide production drops. When blood sugar is high, it destroys the nerves and vessels that trigger erections. Over time, the penile arteries lose elasticity like an old rubber hose that cannot expand. This is why erectile dysfunction is not just a bedroom issue, it is a whole body issue. It reflects the health of your arteries, your metabolism, your nervous system, and your brain. But here is the powerful part: blood vessels can heal, endothelial function can improve, nitric oxide levels can increase, and erections can return, even later in life, when the vascular system is supported. Certain natural compounds have been shown to improve endothelial function. Flavanols found in raw cocoa increase nitric oxide and improve blood flow. Clinical studies have shown improved vascular dilation after cocoa consumption, similar to light exercise. Cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity and reduces blood sugar spikes, protecting blood vessels from glucose damage. Stable blood sugar means healthier nerves and stronger erectile signaling. The collagen matrix inside blood vessel walls determines how elastic they are. As we age, collagen breaks down and arteries become stiff. Supporting connective tissue with amino acids like glycine and proline helps maintain vessel flexibility. Flexible vessels mean stronger pressure and better erections. And then there is the brain. Erections begin in the brain, where dopamine and nitric oxide signaling intersect. Coffee increases dopamine, alertness, and circulation. When paired with compounds that improve vascular health, the signal from the brain meets a body that is physically capable of responding. This is why some men feel desire but cannot achieve an erection. The brain sends the message, but the blood vessels cannot respond. It is like turning on a faucet connected to a blocked pipe. The shocking reality is that erectile dysfunction is not a normal part of aging. It is a sign of accelerated vascular aging. Populations that eat whole foods, walk daily, and avoid processed diets maintain sexual function much later in life. In contrast, modern lifestyles accelerate vascular decline by decades. Research shows that improving endothelial function through diet, exercise, and antioxidants can restore erectile function in many men. The body is remarkably adaptive. Blood vessels regenerate, nitric oxide pathways recover, neural signaling improves, and this is why small daily habits matter. A daily drink that supports circulation is not about superstition or folklore. It is about feeding the endothelium, protecting arteries, stabilizing metabolism, and enhancing the biological cascade that creates an erection. Think of an erection not as a sexual event, but as a stress test for your arteries. If blood can surge into the smallest arteries in your body, it means your cardiovascular system is functioning well. If it cannot, it may be time to pay attention. Every time a man loses an erection, his body may be telling him something critical about his health. It may be warning him about diabetes, inflammation, obesity, or heart disease long before symptoms appear. This is why addressing blood flow is the foundation of erectile health. Testosterone matters, but it is secondary. Desire matters, but it is secondary. Without blood flow, nothing else works. And the most empowering truth is this: blood flow is modifiable. It responds to movement, nutrition, sleep, stress control, and targeted nutrients. Even in older age, the vascular system can improve. So when you mix circulation-boosting compounds with your daily coffee, you are not performing a trick. You are performing vascular therapy. You are nourishing the cells that control life, energy, and sexual function. This is not about virility. This is about longevity. This is about the health of the arteries that keep you alive, because the same vessels that create erections are the vessels that keep your brain alive, your heart beating, and your body functioning. When erections fade, it is not the end. It is a message, and when you support blood flow, you are not just restoring sexual function, you are restoring life to your cells. Your body is designed to repair. Even decades of damage can improve, and it begins with understanding that erections are not controlled by age, they are controlled by blood flow. Most people think coffee is just a morning habit, a ritual to wake up, to feel human again, to survive the day. But what if that daily cup could become something more? What if, with a few simple additions, your coffee could support your heart, your brain, your blood vessels, and even your sexual health? Because the truth is, what you add to your coffee may matter more than the coffee itself. Every day, millions of men drink coffee while their blood vessels silently age, stiffen, and clog. They feel tired. They feel less desire. Erections become weaker. Energy fades. And they assume it is just getting older. But aging is not the real enemy. Inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and oxidative stress are. Coffee already contains powerful antioxidants and compounds that improve alertness and circulation, but coffee alone is not enough to reverse years of metabolic and vascular damage. That is where specific natural ingredients come in. Ingredients backed by science, used for centuries, and now studied in modern research labs. Take raw cocoa, for example. Cocoa is one of the richest sources of flavanols ever discovered in nature. These compounds directly improve endothelial function, the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels. Clinical studies show that cocoa flavanols increase nitric oxide production, improving blood flow and lowering blood pressure. Some researchers have compared the vascular benefits of cocoa to light aerobic exercise. Imagine that, a simple spoon of cocoa improving circulation in your arteries. Better circulation means more oxygen to the brain, stronger heart function, and improved erectile response. When blood vessels expand easily, blood can flow where it needs to go. When they cannot, everything suffers. Then there is cinnamon. Often overlooked as just a spice, cinnamon is a metabolic powerhouse. Research shows cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity and lowers blood sugar levels. High blood sugar is one of the most destructive forces in the human body. It damages nerves, stiffens arteries, and accelerates aging. In men, chronically high blood sugar is one of the leading causes of erectile dysfunction. It damages the nerves that trigger erections and the blood vessels that supply them. Cinnamon helps stabilize these sugar spikes, protecting the vascular and nervous systems. It also contains anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the chronic low-grade inflammation driving heart disease and sexual decline. Now consider collagen or gelatin. Collagen is the structural protein that gives your blood vessels strength and flexibility. As you age, collagen production declines. Blood vessels become stiff and fragile. This stiffness reduces their ability to expand during an erection or during physical activity. Research shows that collagen peptides provide amino acids like glycine and proline, which support connective tissue repair and vascular integrity. When your blood vessels are flexible, they respond to nitric oxide more effectively. They expand, they fill, they function. This is not cosmetic. This is foundational biology. And then there is Maca root, a plant grown in the high Andes used for thousands of years to increase energy and libido. Modern studies show Maca improves sexual desire, mood, and endurance without altering testosterone levels. It acts on the brain, reducing stress and improving neurotransmitter balance. Stress is one of the biggest erection killers. Chronic stress increases cortisol, which suppresses sexual function, disrupts blood flow, and reduces desire. Maca acts as an adaptogen, helping the body handle stress more effectively. When stress drops, sexual function often returns. Now combine all of these with coffee. Coffee increases dopamine, alertness, and circulation. It stimulates the nervous system and increases blood flow throughout the body. When coffee meets cocoa, cinnamon, collagen, and maca, you are not just waking up, you are supporting multiple biological systems at once. This is why a simple coffee add-in routine can be more powerful than many people realize. It targets inflammation, blood sugar, vascular health, connective tissue, and brain signaling. These are the pillars of longevity and sexual health. But here's the shocking part. Erectile dysfunction, fatigue, and low libido are not isolated problems. They are symptoms of systemic dysfunction. When blood vessels are damaged, when metabolism is broken, when inflammation is high, the body prioritizes survival over reproduction. Your body is intelligent. If it senses danger or poor health, sexual function becomes less important. That is why improving overall health often restores sexual function automatically. Studies show that lifestyle interventions like improved diet, exercise, and antioxidants can significantly improve erectile function. The body responds rapidly to better circulation and reduced inflammation. Blood vessels can regenerate, endothelial function can recover, nerves can heal. The daily coffee ritual is a powerful opportunity. It is a habit already deeply ingrained in your life. By adding a few targeted nutrients, you turn a passive habit into an active health intervention. 1 teaspoon of cocoa, a pinch of cinnamon, a scoop of collagen, optional maca. These are not exotic supplements. They are simple, accessible, and supported by research. This is not about chasing a miracle cure. It is about stacking small biological advantages every single day. Over weeks and months, these advantages compound. Blood sugar stabilizes, inflammation decreases, blood vessels become more responsive, energy increases, sexual function improves, and the benefits go far beyond the bedroom. Better blood flow means better brain function, better heart health, better physical performance, and better longevity. The same arteries that create erections supply your brain and heart. When you nourish them, you nourish your entire life. Most men wait until something breaks to change their habits. They wait until a diagnosis, a scare, a prescription. But prevention is more powerful than treatment. A daily drink that supports your vascular system is a form of preventive medicine. Imagine drinking your coffee knowing it is actively protecting your arteries, stabilizing your metabolism, and supporting your vitality. Imagine turning an ordinary morning routine into a longevity ritual. Science shows that chronic diseases develop silently for decades. By the time symptoms appear, damage is already advanced, but the body also responds quickly to positive changes. Within weeks, endothelial function can improve. Within months, metabolic markers can shift. Within a year, risk profiles can dramatically change. Your coffee cup becomes a daily vote for your health. Each ingredient sends a signal to your cells: repair, regenerate, function. This is not superstition. This is biochemistry. Antioxidants reduce oxidative stress. Polyphenols increase nitric oxide. Amino acids repair tissue. Adaptogens reduce stress hormones. Caffeine enhances circulation and neural signaling. Together, they create an internal environment where vitality is possible. And the most inspiring truth is that this works at any age. Even in older adults, vascular function can improve. Even decades of damage can be partially reversed. The body is dynamic. It is never too late to send it the right signals. So the next time you brew your coffee, remember this: you are not just waking up, you are making a biological decision. You are either feeding inflammation or feeding healing. You are either accelerating aging or supporting longevity. A simple spoon of cocoa, a dash of cinnamon, a scoop of collagen, optional maca, small actions, massive impact, because health is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in daily rituals. And sometimes the path to vitality begins with the cup in your hand. Most people are searching for a miracle, a single drink, a single supplement, a single secret that will restore energy, youth, and sexual function overnight. But biology does not work like social media. The human body is not a machine that can be rebooted with one viral trick. It is a living system that responds to what you do every single day. And this is where the real power lies. Consistency. Every habit you repeat sends a message to your cells. Walk or sit, sleep or scroll, eat whole foods or ultra-processed foods. Each choice shapes your hormones, your blood vessels, your brain, and your future. The shocking truth is that erectile dysfunction, low energy, and chronic disease rarely appear suddenly. They develop silently over years, driven by small daily habits that slowly damage the body from the inside out. When you sleep poorly, testosterone drops. Studies show that just 1 week of restricted sleep can reduce testosterone levels by up to 15%. Chronic sleep deprivation increases cortisol, the stress hormone that directly suppresses sexual function and impairs nitric oxide production. When you sit for long periods, blood flow slows, insulin resistance increases, and inflammation rises. Research shows that prolonged sitting is associated with higher risk of erectile dysfunction, cardiovascular disease, and premature death, even in people who exercise occasionally. When you eat highly processed foods, your blood sugar spikes, your arteries stiffen, and your brain becomes inflamed. Ultra-processed diets are now linked to higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, depression, and sexual dysfunction. Your body interprets these foods as stress, but the opposite is also true. Small daily positive habits can reverse damage. Just 30 minutes of walking per day improves endothelial function, lowers blood sugar, and increases nitric oxide production. Strength training increases testosterone, improves insulin sensitivity, and preserves muscle mass, which is now considered a key longevity organ. Deep sleep repairs the brain, balances hormones, and allows the body to regenerate tissues. During sleep, growth hormone peaks, collagen is repaired, and blood vessels recover. Sleep is not rest. It is active biological repair. Whole foods provide antioxidants, polyphenols, fiber, and nutrients that reduce inflammation and protect the vascular system. Diets rich in fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats are associated with better sexual function, longer life, and lower disease risk. And then there are daily rituals. That coffee you drink every morning, that walk after dinner, that moment you choose to breathe deeply instead of reacting to stress. These rituals shape your biology more than any supplement ever could. Science now shows that habits change gene expression. This field is called epigenetics. Your lifestyle literally turns genes on and off. Genes associated with inflammation, aging, and disease become more active with poor habits. Genes associated with repair, longevity, and resilience become active with healthy habits. You are not trapped by your genetics. You are guided by your habits. This is why consistency is the real medicine. A single healthy day does not change your body, but one healthy day, repeated hundreds of times, transforms it completely. The body responds slowly but powerfully. Blood vessels can regenerate, nerves can heal, hormones can rebalance, the brain can rewire itself, but it requires repetition. Most people quit too early. They try something for a week, see no dramatic change, and give up. But biological change is gradual. Endothelial cells take weeks to improve. Metabolic health takes months to normalize. Hormonal balance can take months to years. The media sells quick fixes because they sell hope. But real health is built in quiet, boring consistency. Consider this shocking fact. Lifestyle interventions can be as powerful as medication for many conditions. Studies show that diet, exercise, and sleep can significantly improve erectile function, reduce cardiovascular risk, and even reverse type 2 diabetes in some individuals. In one major study, men who improved their lifestyle habits reduced their risk of erectile dysfunction by more than 40%. That is not a supplement. That is behavior. Your daily actions are either medicine or poison. There is no neutral. When you move, your blood vessels release nitric oxide. When you lift weights, your muscles release myokines that improve brain and heart health. When you eat fiber, your gut bacteria produce compounds that reduce inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. When you sleep, your brain clears toxins linked to neurodegeneration. Every habit has a biochemical consequence. This is why a coffee drink with healthy add-ins is only one piece of the puzzle. It works best when it becomes part of a larger lifestyle pattern, a pattern of movement, nourishment, recovery, and stress control. Stress is another silent destroyer. Chronic stress shrinks the brain, disrupts hormones, increases blood sugar, and damages blood vessels. Stress is not just psychological, it is physical, it is inflammatory. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, nature exposure, and social connection reduce stress hormones and improve cardiovascular health. Human connection itself is associated with longer lifespan and better sexual health. The most powerful interventions are often the simplest. Walk daily, lift something heavy, sleep in a dark room, eat real food, manage stress. Repeat. These habits seem boring, but they are biologically profound. They influence every cell in your body. The tragedy is that many people wait until disease forces them to change. A heart attack, a diagnosis, a prescription, but prevention is far more powerful than rescue. Your body gives you signals long before catastrophe. Fatigue, low libido, brain fog, weight gain, poor sleep, these are whispers. Erections are also signals. They reflect vascular health, hormonal balance, and nervous system function. Listening to these signals early can add decades to your life. Consistency is also psychological. When you build routines, you build identity. You become someone who cares for their body. This identity reinforces behavior. Behavior reinforces biology. Biology reinforces identity. This feedback loop is the secret of lasting change. The most inspiring truth is that it is never too late. Research shows that even older adults benefit dramatically from lifestyle changes. Exercise improves vascular function in seniors. Better nutrition improves cognition in the elderly. Sleep improvements enhance mood and memory at any age. The human body is remarkably resilient. Every day you repeat a healthy habit, you are voting for your future self. You are building a body that can move, think, and feel deeply for decades. The opposite is also true. Every day of neglect accelerates decline. This is not meant to scare you. It is meant to empower you, because the power is in your hands, in your daily rituals, in your choices, the coffee you drink, the walk you take, the sleep you protect, the stress you release. These are not small actions. They are biological commands. Your cells are listening. Your arteries are responding. Your brain is adapting. Consistency is not exciting. It is powerful. And when you combine small habits with knowledge, intention, and repetition, the results can feel miraculous. Energy returns, desire returns, clarity returns, strength returns, not because of magic, but because of biology. Your body is designed to heal, adapt, and thrive, but it needs consistent signals. So start small. Make one ritual sacred, a morning drink, a daily walk, a fixed bedtime, a mindful breath. Repeat it, protect it, build on it, because the secret is not what you do once. The secret is what you do every day. And over time, those days become your life.